I've had a lovely email today from a gentleman asking, or considering rather, buying a new pair of shoes for casual, smart casual, but might also double up for work professional wear. And he mentioned two shoes in particular and wanted to know what I thought and the differences between them. So that inspired me to do this video. And the two shoes that he mentioned were the Chester by Loake and the Bailey by Barker. Now, both shoes in terms of styling are heavy country brogue. Heavy because they have a double sole, so that's a leather outsole on this, rubber outsole on this, but underneath those outsoles a thinner leather middle sole, so a double soled shoe, and fitted too with a stone welt, so that little bit of leather running around the side wall of the upper on both shoes there. Typical, little bit more weather resistance, so typical of a heavier country style. Now, brogue detailing on a shoe, all of this punching here on a heavier brogue shoe, a little bit larger. The pinking, that gimping around there, that sawtooth cut on a heavier country shoe, a little bit bigger. On a city style shoe, a little bit finer, a little bit small, a little bit lighter, more refined, if you like. So these two shoes, the Chester by Loake, the Barker by Bailey, both very, very fine shoes. Tan is the colour, of course, tan burnished. Barker called this colour cedar. I personally prefer a rubber sole on any shoe or boot. That's just my own choice. You can make your own mind up and you can have whatever you want. The Barker Bailey fitted with a leather sole, a double leather sole. And because he wanted to wear it for professional wear too, the Chester, with its darker coloured sole edge, is a little bit more conservative. With the metal ring eyelets, even though they're slightly smaller, the metal ring eyelets there, more conservative. The Bailey, by contrast, that natural sole edge, or a much lighter sole edge, lends a bit more style and fashion to a heavy country traditional style shoe. If you look closely here, Michelle, that double stitching around the wingtip and around the quarters here and on the heel counter, that little tab on the back of the heel, the blind eyelets fitted there and flat contrasting laces, all of that makes for me the Bailey by Barker a little bit more fashionable and stylish and less conservative. For work, we've got plenty of customers over the year would wear that with a suit for work, even though it's a heavy country style. But of the two, if I was wanting fashionable, stylish, trendy, dressing up, smart, very smart casual, I'd probably go with a Bailey. But if I wanted smart casual and work professional, that's my choice, the Loake Chester. It's a very fine shoe. And as I said before, that rubber sole is always my choice on every shoe. I find them more comfortable, more durable, little bit better grip obviously, and it's exactly the same process, the same work to replace that rubber sole as it is a leather sole. And of course you might get 3 or 4 times the life out of that rubber sole, so better value for money too if you're thinking long term. So Chester by Loake, Bailey by Barker, both phenomenally good shoes. In terms of quality between them, probably nothing, or as near as makes no difference. But the styling and the little subtle differences for me lends one a little bit more fashionable and the other a little more conservative. That's my choice. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want any information on any of the brands, the products that we keep in store here, feel free to ask, and it will be our pleasure to serve you if we can.